Hey guys, and welcome back to Okami. We've finished bombing about Agota Forest now, so I think it's time to advance the plot somewhat and go see what Kakari's up to. We have to go see a lad about a bridge, essentially.
Indeed, because obviously he said he was going to go fix it. I don't know whether I quite believe him. He seems a bit useless. I mean, the fact that Ume, his dog, decided he kind of wanted sod all to do with Kakari.
Wow.
Yeah, because Kakari was being such a crybaby. But I'm sure it'll all be fine. And in the meantime, I realised, oh, I forgot this thing. So I'm going to go jumping to the top of this tree stump.
Whee!
Because at the top of it, annoyingly, yeah, you do have to power slash, but there's a stray bead!
I hope these are worth something in the end. It says a special reward, but that could be anything, really.
Well, I would say that the reward is indeed pretty special, but it depends on entirely upon whether you are going to make any use out of your New Game Plus file.
Okay.
So, technically, the reward's perhaps not brilliant, but it can potentially be useful.
Man, you've really got to be on the ball to see some of these things sometimes.
You do indeed, yes. Which is why I just like, obviously because I'm using Guide to make sure I try and pick everything up, and I'm just like, I can't see anything.
Ah, at least they sort of glow at night. I guess that glow is easier to see during this point than during the day.
And also, when you use the Celestial Brush, if you hover over items, then obviously they will change to the colour of the brush technique if you're able to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is all quite helpful. That hopefully, after we've spoken to Kiba, this should probably be just about everything.
Thank God, because I want to move the plot on now, please.
Well, yeah, I think I was just going, do I buy the wooden mat? Yeah, I'll save up my Dragon Fangs, because ultimately, as I said, the stuff that we're going to is going to be... We're going to need quite a lot of Dragon Fangs for some of the items that are going to come up later on, so we kind of want to... It's probably preferable to stockpile right now, because the wooden mat's borderline useless to us. Because we don't want to be using up yen without anything important. Here's Kokari, and he's trying to fix the bridge.
Let me guess. You want me to do the rest of this, even though I have no opposable thumbs to speak of?
No.
Oh. Seriously, every fucking time, we need to put our minds to a job, Sasano comes around, drunk off his arse, and just ruins everything. Richie told me wacky antics were about to ensue in this part, but I wasn't exactly sure what he was on about. Oh, he's coming! He's coming! Look out! Whee! Oh my god, this better be a fucking minigame of sorts.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god, this is some Mario Party shenanigans.
So what we need to do is we need to, quite clearly, use Vine on the Konohana Blossoms to stop this log from sending us right over the edge of the waterfall.
Oh Jesus, I think Kamiya watched Spider-Man 2 a lot before designing this section of the game.
If you have, well, if you're paying any attention to Waka earlier, you might have actually seen this coming, because he did mention a waterfall of some description. So the half-baked prophet may actually be telling the truth.
Honestly, I was just more interested in his sick sword and or sword play. You know, Waterfall, that's for lesser players like Sasano to worry about.
Indeed. But would you look at that, we've made a bridge.
And I think we've made Ume happy as well. He actually seems pleased to see Kokari.
I know, for once. I think they must have worked through their issues, which is good. Yeah, totally all Kokari's work that made that bridge. Totally. Wasn't us at all.
Oh, you don't know. Maybe he has celestial powers as well. Oh! Yes, I'm sure he will, Isun. I'm sure he will.
So, yes, we have now opened up the world a little bit more. And, since Ume is here, we can actually feed him, which is good.
What, is fucking Kokari not feeding him, or what? This is just a handout, essentially, to an already well-fed dog.
Well, yeah, but they live in the forest, so whether they're well-fed or not, it's a completely different kettle of fish.
There's plants and whatnot everywhere. You're literally right in the middle of nature. There's no excuse for this.
It's true, and also there's loads of deer and birds and rabbits, so yeah, they should be totally feeding that dog well. I mean, to be fair, he looks quite healthy.
Yeah, doesn't look particularly gaunt at all.
Yeah. So I think he should be okay.
You know, we feed the other animals, they feed the dog eventually feeds the family. I guess if they run out of food. It's the great circle of life.
And it moves us all.
Oh yes. Oh, finally, some ink bullet tips.
So this is something you can do. It's not something I'm really going to be using, because it's just basically just dab over the top of enemies, and it's not really any useful thing. You'd prefer to do like a power slash.
Yeah.
Or something. But yes, we have finally reached Taka Pass, and it's also completely corrupted.
Like, was Orochi just bopping through areas fine and whatnot? It's just like fucking like... just like dusting the areas as he goes. It's like disgusting, frankly.
I know, I mean, to be fair, I think he just sort of yelled a bit and the darkness just came over. So there wasn't a whole lot we could do. But, yes, if you would like, I can give you a little bit of Taka Pass trivia. Not much, but it's mostly name stuff, but it's name stuff nonetheless.
Go for it, mate.
So, Taka Pass, in Japanese, is Takamiya Daira, which literally translates to Plain of the High Shrine, which is very fitting because of one of the locations that we are going to be reaching at some point in the near future. Now, I was having a little bit of, doing a little bit of research, because, as I said, I'm pretty sure that Taka Pass, well, its name, because obviously it's got Takamiya in there, was in some way based on location in Nagano Prefecture.
Right.
And there is indeed a place. So you've got Takamiyakita, along with Takamiya Higashi. And that is indeed part of the Nagano Prefecture, which is obviously where Hideki Kamiya grew up. And so much of the world in the game seems to be based. And it's just nice that there's another little thing going on where it's just like, actual Japan.
It's just Kamiya's vanity project under the guise of playing as a god, really.
Well, to be fair, pretty much all of Hideki Kamiya's projects are vanity projects in a way, because they are games that he's sort of always wanted to do.
Well, yeah, you could say the same for Suda 51, really.
Exactly. Although, in the case of Hideki Kamiya, at least all of his games have been excellent, whereas Suda 51's kind of...
Ooh! Throwing shade!
Yes, I'm throwing shade, but, like, No More Heroes is excellent. No More Heroes 2 is also pretty good, and I kind of enjoy Lollipop Chainsaw, but I think the rest have kind of gone... in terms of reception. But, oh, look who it is.
Oh, yeah! I've been waiting for him to turn up again. Bonjour.
He quite likes his French, does Waka.
Oh, we gotta fight him again?
Not sure.
Oh, Rishi. Well, whatever, let's just take things as they come, I suppose.
Now, here's something that's actually quite funny. So, obviously, Waka speaks bits of French throughout his dialogue. For no apparent reason, it seems. And to be fair, I don't know why he speaks French. But in the Japanese version, actually what he did was he went for sort of surfer dude speak. So, like, the whole let's rock baby and that sort of stuff, that was very much his thing, rather than French. But obviously, in English, that doesn't quite translate so well, because obviously in Japan, English is a foreign language. So, using it has that sort of slight exotic take on it.
Yeah.
But when you're using the English language, you can't really use the English language to get away with that. So you kind of, if you're localizing, you've got to think, well, how do I get the same effect without necessarily using the same dialogue? And so they went with French.
So why does it matter us this time? He just keeps, like, popping up saying, haha, you ain't shit, Hammy.
Because he's an asshole. And also, did you see what he just said to us? He said, just go for it. Lovely little reference to Beautiful Joe.
Yeah, just go for it.
Indeed, which just makes me really happy.
Okay, so we can knock his bullets back at him. That's one new thing, alright.
Yes. I think technically we were able to do this in the first fight, but I was just really useless because I'd completely forgotten what the hell I was doing.
And, you know, you weren't fighting on flat ground like you are now.
Yeah, I mean, that is always one of the biggest frustrations with that first Waka fight, because you aren't on flat ground, and it just leads to everything being an absolute nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I'm going to do the smart thing and just transition into using the devout beads, because as you can see, the snarling beast isn't doing a huge amount of damage to this fella.
No, it just seems more like a wrench than anything. It doesn't seem suited to fighting Waka's style at all, honestly.
I mean, it's kind of annoying because technically at this point the snarling beast is the more powerful weapon, but obviously Waka's got quite a lot of defense on him. But I do always really enjoy these fights, because Waka's just awesome.
It's just the spectacle of having a rival to fight multiple times throughout the game, and that was a fucking Emperor Palpatine move he just pulled off there. So, it's treason then. He just, like, kills everyone except Mace Windu.
Yeah, for all the problems the prequel trilogy had, I will still always sort of quite like the Emperor versus Yoda fight. It's not perfect.
Well, Ian McDiarmid in general is just having a ton of fun with that role. It's
Exactly.
hard not to have fun along with him, you know?
I mean, to be fair, he was sort of like one of the highlights of the prequel trilogy.
That was the point I was trying to get across.
Well, yes. But, I mean, to be fair, it's always fun when you get actors who are able to just have fun and ham it up. Especially in games and films and TV series that are just so self-serious.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That they just need to get a bit of a grip. And as much as I love Star Wars, it does take itself very seriously, or at least it did during the prequel era.
Damn, man. This is going down to the wire and it's over. Never mind.
I mean, to be fair, I had Holy Bones, so it would have been fine. But I think I was just like, no, I couldn't use any Holy Bones in the last fight, but like I wanted to. No, I'm going to try and be a badass this time round.
Okay, Rich.
Yeah, that was totally what my plan was.
Have you been to Lake Harami? I don't think we have.
Well, actually, no, we have.
Oh! Moon Cave, we couldn't get into it, right?
Exactly, yes. So he's basically just talking about what we already know, but he is just explaining exactly what's going on there. So we physically can't get into the cave because there's a barrier there, and we need the serpent crystal in order to break the barrier. And he seems to think that we know where the damn thing is, and we're a frickin' wolf.
Come on, Waka. If we knew, we wouldn't tell you, because it's our job to save the world, not some self-important fucking strumpet with a lightsaber.
And, of course, he's going to give us another prophecy.
Alright, let's see what you got this time. I foresee a doggone difficult quest.
Any ideas on what this quest might be involving?
Maybe something to do with Ume. I mean, it's the only other dog in the game with a bit of personality besides Ami so far.
Well, we will just have to see, won't we?
For fuck's sake, Richie, take salty lessons, mate, please.
Well, you see, I just can't be bothered to be subtle right now. I'll be subtle when you least expect it.
I'm not sure that's how salty works, but maybe it's some kind of advanced pseudo-subtlety. Anyway, I think you need to heal up, mate.
I think I do as well.
There you go. Nice.
If there's one thing that always annoys me in video games, it makes sense why it's there, but it's always the low health sound.
Yeah,
because it's
for
always
sure.
just that really annoying, slightly piercing beep. And it's just like, yes, I can see that I don't have much health. You don't need to be telling me every 2 seconds. Going beep, beep, beep. It's like, no, shut up. I know.
I like how they handled it in purple, black and white, actually, by
Oh god, yes.
turning that into a sick-ass beat when you're low on health. And they didn't bring it back after that, which was kind of sad. Although, to be fair, now it just goes beep, 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 and then it stops. So you get the alert.
Yeah.
But then you have to monitor it yourself.
Which I think is definitely the better way of going about the whole thing, because that sound was always one of the most irritating things in the Pokemon franchise.
Also, another thing from Gen 5 that they didn't bring back. Last Pokemon, like, super theme.
Oh, yes.
When you're facing a gym leader and they're down to the last Pokemon. It actually plays, I think it's a remix of the main series theme. Don't quote me on that, but it's just really rad.
Yeah, that does sound quite cool. I say that as if I haven't played the game. I have.
Yeah, what the fuck?
But I suppose it's because in my head I'm just going, I can't really remember the theme. Oh well, try and sound like you know what you're talking about.
Fake it till you make it, mate. That's how I've gotten where I am in life.
Exactly. And yes, here is the Guardian sapling. There is a bridge that we can fix. I probably should have tried to fix it, before I jumped.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But it's all good.
Yeah, worked out in the end. Alright, bloom, you beauty, bloom! Oh, time for another one of these, maybe?
Indeed. It's bloody glorious.
Yes, my flowery brothers and sisters, we will take over this valley. It is ours now. Guys, like the reverse of Fern Gully when nature is trying to destroy everything. That's the stuff. That's the stuff. Alright guys, we'll see you next time when we bomb about Taka Pass for a bit. Goodbye for now.